right, so we're actually on County Road 2660 in Howell County. We're getting really close to the property. We came out of the Springfield area this morning, so we came from the west, but you can certainly get here from just about any direction. If you're coming from the east, you'd come in a different way. 2660 is curving to the right, it's curving to the east. We're actually going to go straight or north onto the private road. Private gravel road here. This is private road 2661. And we will take the private road to the north, and that's going to bring us into the property. It's really not too far. Pretty day here in the Ozarks. This seems to be a fairly solid road. Like any gravel road, I mean, if you're in a truck or an SUV, that's better. Because if we would have had, major rain or whatnot, this could be a little softer or possibly rutted. In fact, the guys are out here right now. They're working on grading this road. And they had some equipment problems, so I see their truck, but I don't see them. Obviously, you'll look at the maps and the listing to see exactly how to get here. Oh, we did actually have some rain. I'm going to put this in four-wheel drive as we round this corner. And the guys told me that this morning. They had quite a bit of rain yesterday. And there's the bulldozer up there. I'm going to pull up there and stop and talk to these guys, and then we'll restart the video after that. All right, we just talked to the guys, and they had broken a track on the dozer, so we went around them, and we're still headed north on the gravel road. It really is a pretty day out here. We've got some nice blue skies, a little bit of cloud cover, but overall it's actually pretty nice. This area where we are now is literally one of the best deer hunting areas in the entire region, probably in the entire Midwest, from what we've been told from many different people. We've had land right in this specific area for about 15 years, and in fact, this property that we're looking at was leased for hunting years ago, and the guy consistently said he got just enormous bucks on the property every year. So white-tailed deer, turkey as well, but the turkey hunting kind of gets overshadowed because the deer hunting is the big deal out here. But I mean, the turkey hunting is phenomenal as well. I forgot to take my keychain off. Sorry about the clanging. Going down this hill, and this is a little rough, so bring your truck or your SUV. As always, four-wheel drive is the best, but at least even if you're two-wheel drive, you've got some extra clearance. But honestly, on a long easement road, you do want four-wheel drive. On a day like today, where it apparently had rained all night and they had some major storm cell, you're going to get some parts of the road that are soft, and that's where, I mean, you just want to have that four-wheel drive. Now we're almost down to the creek bed. Most of the year, this is a dry creek bed. When we get a big rain, this creek bed has water going through it, and it can potentially have a ton of water going through it. So right now we've got basically just a little puddle, that's about it. But it is a hard bottom creek bed, as you can feel. So it's no problem to drive right across there. Okay. Very secluded property. Okay, here we go. Sit here and get my bearings. I'm looking at the MapRight map. We just crossed the creek bed. All right, so we've crossed over the creek bed, and we're actually looking at the property on the right side of the gravel road, of the easement road. The guys were out here and mowed yesterday or today. So the road actually goes up and continues going, goes up the hill. So the land has frontage on the right, going almost all the way to the top of the hill. But really, one of the prettiest spots, I think, is right here. Some big trees, open area, and we're gonna pull in and see what we can see. This is beautiful. This has got a real park-like feel to it. See some beautiful timber there. Oh, this is great. So now this is a totally private area. I can't even see the easement road. And we're tucked back behind these big pine trees and big oak trees. Potential for a really nice building site or camping site here. This is a pretty area. I believe this once was someone's campsite or building site. We've got some rocks that were brought in for landscaping, I would guess. Some large trees that were left for shade. I mean, this is just gorgeous here. As we look to the north, it rises up, and at the top is where that easement road, where you'll find that easement road where it keeps going. But yeah, we're completely out of sight of the easement road now, so for a potential building site or a campsite or whatnot, this would definitely offer a lot of privacy. Now, I haven't been out this way for years on this property. Oh, this is just gorgeous, though. Wow, this is like a yard. But I know there is a trail that goes down that way. I think we'll go ahead and walk that. Maybe I'll bring the MapRight app as well. I love to use that. It shows you basically right where you are on the property, so it's really handy for looking at properties. I mean, it's handy for getting to the property, and then it's handy when you're walking around the property because you can tell right where you are. It's pretty accurate, really. Okay, so we're kind of going to slowly head east on the property. If you get a chance when you come out here, you should definitely check out the creek bed on the south side. You'll find some really cool stuff. I've been told it's actually the start of the 11-Point River. Wow, that's a big pine. Look at that monster. That is a big pine tree. How big is that? That is about 22 inches diameter. That's a big pine. And there are some other big ones out here as well. Once the property's been paid for in full, you're welcome to log it, to cut whatever you want for firewood. You can use the timber to build a log home after the property's been paid for in full. While you're making payments, you cannot cut the timber, other than we can give you written exceptions if you're doing, say, a building site or expanding a trail or whatnot. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is a secondary meadow area on the property. And I believe this trail goes all the way down to the creek bed to a really pretty bluff area. We're going to definitely do a drone video as well. We haven't done one yet for this property, but we've got the drone with us today, so we'll be sure to take care of that. And you can check that in the listing. I mean, we seldom get tracks like this. We almost never get tracks in this area. There you can see part of that creek bed or river bed or whatnot. Oh, this is gorgeous. I do remember this property. So if you look across there, there's an enormous boulder that I don't know how many thousands of years ago came off that bluff. And at the base of that, I can actually see it from here, there is a small cave opening. If you see that sycamore tree that's pointed to the right, if you look behind that, about 30 feet at the base of the bluff, there's a small opening. We definitely haven't explored it, but years ago I stuck my head in there, and like any most cave openings that you find, it would have to be probably dug out. But I mean, it's definitely, it does go back into the bluff. So that might be really cool to check that out. An immense amount of gravel there. So if you're thinking about doing a building project or whatnot, I mean, you literally have all the gravel you could ever use right on your property. I do want to walk down here, but it's kind of tricky. I've got the iPad in one hand and the phone in the other hand. There's a little opening, but this rock bluff is just the coolest thing. Right here on the property, a natural rock bluff. Major gravel deposit. And this is just a huge, huge boulder that's split off. Like I said, who knows when. There's a tiny little opening right there, actually. Like I said, we really haven't explored any of these, but this specific area within just a few miles of right where we are is well known for caves. And most of them do have openings. So there's a cave right there. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That wasn't even the one I was looking at, but that is certainly the mouth of some type of cave. I was looking at this one up here. Maybe that's the one that I had thought about. I kind of just want to hang out all day and explore these. So that's the one I was pointing at, but this might be the one that I was thinking of right here. That's cool. I can only see in there about 10 feet, and then sediment has got it mostly filled up. I can't see around the corner. It may go around the corner as well. That would probably have to be excavated, but that could lead to some enormous chambers. That's the cool part about caves, is the main ones that have been discovered and are just mammoth caves. Basically all started with a small opening like that, and someone dug into it and got into one of the chambers and opened up into the main chamber, and there you go. Just a unique property. I mean, geez, this is fantastic. You would be hard-pressed to find another tract like this. Looking back toward the site where we were, we're standing on that huge boulder right now, looking up at the cliff face, down toward the cave opening. Really cool. I could easily spend all day out here exploring. And just a monster gravel riverbed right there. Unbelievable. But we'll do the drone video as well. You'll be able to see a little more with that. You can check out the listing page at InstantAcres.com. But I mean, this is a rare one. A little bit of everything on this tract. Great location. Super, super private. InstantAcres.com.